As a woman and a juggler of all things, perhaps at some point you've had the thought that there just isn't enough time in the day to exercise, to have a moment to just be with yourself and commune with your body and your own heart and your prayers. And I'll tell you what I ultimately had to tell myself after a lapse in my practice, which is that there actually is enough time. It's simply just a matter of prioritizing those moments to ourselves and to tending to our bodies and our hearts and carving it into our daily routine. My name is Monique, and I am a mother of 3 and a yoga and dance instructor of nearly 20 years. And I'm really excited to be able to share with you a little, just 25-ish minute morning practice that you can try out and perhaps weave in some variation into your life as a way to start your day in an empowered, deeply embodied, prayerful, and open space. Now, it is going to require you to potentially wake up an extra 20 minutes to a half an hour before you would typically wake up. If you're a mother like I am and you're with your children, tending to your children all day, it took me realizing that I needed to, despite feeling how tired I felt, that I actually needed to force myself to get up an extra half an hour before the children got up so that I could have a moment to sip tea in the quiet of the morning and to do a little practice like what I'm about to show you for myself, so that I could then, when my children woke up, be really receptive and present and open with them. And I will tell you in the most genuine space that implementing an early morning practice into my life has absolutely changed my entire world. It's regulated my nervous system. It's created more emotional and mental stability. It's allowed me to become a better mother and a better wife and just more deeply present with my entire world and with myself and my own heart. The greatest gift that we have, our deepest offering to this life and to the people that we share life with, is our inner space, is how we feel, is our frequency, is where we are residing internally and within our physical bodies. And if we can implement just even a little 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there to bring us into a space of centeredness, it will make all the difference in your life and in the lives of those you love. So please go ahead and take the opportunity, Mama, to wake up a little early. Or if you're going to work or whatever it is that you're doing, wake up a little bit early. Be in quiet. Keep your phone off or in airplane mode. And make yourself some tea, pour yourself some lemon water, maybe sit with your journal if you have even more time, and then try out this little practice that I'm going to offer you, and I guarantee you it will make a world of difference. Let's go ahead and begin our morning practice by just getting into a comfortable seated position. So you can be on a yoga mat, you can just be on your carpet, wherever you'll be comfortable sitting and stretching for the next 20 minutes to a half an hour. So I'm sitting in a Sukhasana, basic seated position with one leg on top or in front. You just want to be able to sit up nice and tall with vertical spine, maybe even rock your pelvis forward and back a few times. to just find the space where you can sit up really straight and tall. And we're going to begin by just coming home to ourselves in the stillness of the morning, utilizing the quiet and the spacious mind from our sleep that we just came out of. Before we start our day, before whatever else starts happening, just coming into this place of communion with ourselves. Feeling yourself nice and deeply rooted into the earth. You can have your palms facing up on your knees, or maybe even just your hands on your body, anchoring yourself into your physical body. And we'll just take a brief moment as we begin to smooth and lengthen the breath to do our gear practice: gratitude, intention, and release. So just taking a moment to breathe into the heart, letting any type of authentic, organic sense of gratitude to emerge from within our heart space. Even if we have to muster it up, even if it doesn't come readily, just finding that space where we can feel grateful for the graces that are in our lives here and now. Be it our family, our home, the fact that we even just have a body, that we have food to eat. Whatever it is for you, just take a few breaths into that space of gratitude. And from that open, flowing space of gratitude, taking a brief moment to set our intention for this particular day or this particular practice. Can be very specific goals, for our day. It can be just to evoke and emote a certain quality. Perhaps it's just, may I embody joy and share that joy with my children or with my husband or with my coworkers, whatever it is. Just taking a few more breaths into some type of intention. And then the final piece of our gear practice is the release. Setting a gentle prayer that we are able to both release the obstacles that stand in our way from stepping into our intentions, and also just releasing it up to God, releasing it up to Source, higher self, whatever you want to term that creative, coherent, ever-present energy of existence and of life. Just trusting that that higher space of intelligence knows best, and offering it up to manifest in whatever way is most in alignment for the whole. And then from here, we're just going to take a few deep breaths to release. Now you can do more rounds of this as you like. You could do 3 rounds of 30. I'm just going to do 10 here with us right now so we can keep moving, but feel free to adjust anything in this practice for what it is that you need from day to day. So I'm just going to take a deep breath in all the way through my nose, filling up my lungs completely. And then I'm going to exhale, release with open mouth. And a few more times. from here, on the next inhale, I'm going to let my chest just lift up towards the sky. And as I exhale, I'm going to tuck the pelvis under and sink back, curling the spine. And then again, inhale, lift and lengthen up. And exhale, tuck and sink back. Just creating some suppleness in through the spine. And again, inhale, lengthen and lift. Maybe looking up, maybe rocking forward. Exhale, maybe sinking back. Now I'm going to let that turn into a spiral with the chest as I inhale to the side and forward, whichever direction feels good, and exhaling other side and back, as if my chest is tracing the inside of a tube, inhaling forward, exhale around and back, and again, maybe I let it roll all the way through my spine, and then just reverse that spiral the other way. Maybe I'm rocking around on my base. Maybe I'm letting it roll through the entire body. Just the whole point here is to tune in with where your body's at, what you're feeling, and come into a deep space of open and loving presence with ourselves and therefore with all of existence. Coming down the center line, and then just for a few breaths now in a lateral side to side space, let yourself just sway, a nice little spinal sway. Let it roll all the way through the neck and head, so that as you come to the side, the head and the ear actually just come all the way down to your shoulder, preparing for a deeper lateral bend in just a moment. And then go ahead and let that lateral sway become a little bit slower and smaller until it comes down the center line. And let's go ahead and just inhale our arms up. Exhale, now release the shoulders down the back and the belly button gently comes in. One more inhale, reach up. And exhale, tip towards the top or your front leg in a lateral bend. And I'm going to take a big circle with the arm. Inhale, let the arm fall behind you. Exhale, spiral down and around. And one more time, inhaling. And exhale all the way down to that side. Get a little bit of a stretch and then flow yourself down the center line. Maybe sway for a moment up to a seated position. And then we're going to go ahead and bring our knees together. See if maybe just your toes can touch down. Hug those knees in for a moment. Sit up nice and tall. Continuing with nice fluid, long breath. And we're just going to take a little core strength here for a moment. Cultivate a little bit of heat already. So see if you can lift your toes up off the mat, activate your belly, rock back a little bit if you need to, fingertips reaching forward. And maybe you just stay here, maybe your toes are on the ground, or maybe you come all the way up to shins parallel to the floor. And we're just going to lower down, inhaling, lower down, maybe reach the legs forward, or maybe your toes are just dragging on the floor. Exhale, come back up, activate the core. And again, inhale. Exhale, draw up, belly button to the spine. And again, one more time, inhale. And exhale up. Hug those knees in a little deeper, sit up tall. And then that same leg that was on top or in front, you're going to extend forward. Bring your other leg, sole of the foot, to the inner thigh, Janu Shirshasana. Go ahead and sit up nice and tall, inhaling. And exhale, fold forward into the leg. Gentle first forward fold. So with every breath, you're rolling through the spine, you're rolling through the breath, creating suppleness and movement through the body with the breath. So every inhale, you roll and lengthen through the spine, maybe look forward. Exhale, sink down into the leg. And one more time. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale, sink down. And then roll yourself up. Now the bent knee is going to go ahead and cross over the other leg. You're going to wrap the opposite arm around that knee that's up. And we're just going to take a little twist. Other arm extends behind you, spine nice and vertical, looking over that back shoulder. Inhales, lengthen through the spine. Exhales, twist. And just take one more breath, inhaling. And exhale, twist a little deeper, and then release. And now, if we come back to a seated position, the opposite leg should be on top for your Sukhasana seated position. And we're just going to take a moment here, kind of shimmy the hips, roll the shoulders back, soften the face and the jaw, come back into the heart and the core. And let's inhale the arms up. Exhale, shoulders down, belly in. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, lateral bend the other direction, going towards that top or front leg. Inhale, circle the arm. Exhale, down and around. And again, inhale, circle and look up, stretch through the front of the chest. Exhale, twist down towards the floor. Walk yourself down the center line. And then again, maybe sway yourself up. Hug the knees in one more time, a little bit of heat. Maybe the toes stay on the floor, maybe they lift. And this time lower down, inhaling. And exhale, maybe the legs stay straight. Look at you through my feet. Lower down, inhaling. And exhale, come up. And again, one more time that you could just have your toes dragging along the floor. Exhale, come up, core strength, belly button to the spine. Hug those knees in for a brief moment. And now reversing that top leg now extends forward. Other leg, foot into the thigh. Inhale, just sit up nice and tall, maybe bracing against that bent knee. Exhale, forward fold. Rolling through the spine a few breaths. Inhaling, lengthen. Exhaling, fold. Inhaling, lengthen. Exhaling, fold. And one more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Rolling up through your spine, crossing that open knee over for our twist. Hugging the opposite arm around. Look over the back shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. And twist. And come down the center line. We're going to go ahead, and if you were sitting on a pillow, go ahead and move that pillow behind you. We're now going to go ahead and come onto hands and knees. So let's just cat-cow for a moment. Inhale, stick out the tailbone, lift the heart forward. Exhaling, curl. Again, inhale, lengthen out. Enjoying the sensation. Exhaling, curl, just waking up our bodies. Now big circle with the chest, just like how we did when we were sitting. Tracing the inside of a tube, one direction. Maybe let that roll and rock through the hips and the head, and then reverse it, other direction. And then go ahead and just kind of sway, intuitively sway your hips back down to your heels. We're going to do a spinal wave set here, so come into child's pose. Now what we're going to do is we're going to inhale, tuck the pelvis under, curl the spine up as if you're coming to cat. And then as you exhale, stick out the tailbone, let that roll through the entire spine and settle back down to child's pose. Again, inhale, tuck under, curl up. And exhale, sink back. And one more time. Inhale, tuck under, curl up. And roll through the spine, sink back. Now we're going to reverse that by flat back, scooping forward as if you're scooping sand with your head. Inhale, elbows draw into each other, flat back, rock forward, lift the heart, coming to cow, and then chin into the chest, curl and roll back through this spinal wave. Again, inhale, flat back forward, tension through the elbows, drawing towards the center line. Exhale, rock back. Gonna take it a little deeper. Inhale, rock forward. This time, let those hips release down, coming to a gentle up dog. And just stay in your up dog for a moment. Draw the shoulders back and down. Hips release gently down. Finding length through the spine. Glutes are soft. Tops of the feet pressing down. Inhale again. And exhale, chin into the chest. Start from the upper back and roll all the way back. One more time like that. Inhale, flat back forward. Lift the heart, release the hips. This time, exhale, come all the way down to the belly. And then one cobra. Inhale, palms draw towards the hips. Exhale, release, tuck the toes under, activate that belly in the arms. You can use your knees or not. Inhale, press up to plank. Strong belly. And again, create a little bit of heat, a little bit of fire here by just staying in your plank for a couple of breaths. Let that breath flow. Take one more inhale and exhale. Pull the hips back to downward facing dog. Take a nice breath in down dog. Maybe bend one knee and the other briefly. Maybe turn the head side to side. Take one more inhale here. And then exhale, step one leg forward into a lunge. Cactus hands on your fingertips. We're gonna panther pounce forward and back in little kind of hip wheels where we're rocking forward and back and just gently massaging into our lunge. And you can be as low down or as high up as you want to be here. You could ultimately be all the way up here and just kind of rocking forward. And then on the next inhale, let's go ahead and circle the arms up. Activating those legs. Nice deep lunge. Take one more inhale. Now as you exhale, bring your palms together into prayer. See if you can lift up your front toes and then face all the toes to the side to come into a nice little side lunge. Fingertips down. Come as far down as feels okay. Keep breathing. Nice little lunge. And then straighten those legs. Prasarita Padottanasana, wide leg forward fold. Maybe clasp the elbows and sway side to side. Nice deep flowing breath as we let our movement become a little bit more swift. Bend your knees and just roll up vertebra by vertebra. Now we're just going to do a little bit of movement through the hips. So we're going to lift one hip, sway into that leg, bend into the knee, and just meet this wherever you can. Even if it looks different than what I'm doing, let it flow through the spine like we did in our seated position, and then maybe add some arm waves, reaching out to the side. Let this just be intuitive and feel good for you. However it looks, it doesn't matter. Reach all the way out through the fingertips. Sway through the torso. And then let that sway all the way up. Inhaling up. Exhale, come down to a goddess pose for just a moment. Optional Hansasya fingers with the hands, first two fingers together. Activated belly, maybe close the eyes. Sink down deeply just for another moment here. And dip a little deeper. Inhale, toes forward, big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. And turn to the other side with your lunge. Cactus hands, rock forward and back. Rolling through the spine, releasing the hips down, stretching through the front of that extended leg. Inhale, come up to your lunge. Take one more big breath in, maybe look up, and then exhale, palms together. See if you can rotate those toes forward into this side lunge, and only come as low down as you can. Maybe the hands come down, stretching through the inner thigh. And then go ahead and straighten those legs. Bend your knees, roll it up vertebra by vertebra. And we're just going to circle the ankles and the wrists for a moment. So however this looks for you, just circle the ankles, circle the wrists and the hands. If you're a dancer, you can splay through the fingers and go through Ala Padma, or even if you're not a dancer and you want to try that out. And now let's do our little shimmy shakeout part of the practice. So upper body, take a nice wide leg stance. Gonna shimmy through the heart. Releasing and relaxing anything stuck through the chest, through the lungs, through the heart. And we'll shake that out through the hands. Little nervous system regulation, physical, energetic release through the body. Now lower body, bend and straighten the knees. Shimmy, relax through the hips, relax through the belly and the womb. Open and close the mouth, relax the face. Shake out through the toes. Doesn't matter what it looks like. All that matters is that you're getting this release through your physical body and your nervous system that then also translates to your mind. Full body shimmy shake out. Let it look silly, let it go. And big breath in. Reach it up to the sky. And then just reach and sway side to side a few times. We're almost done here with our little morning practice. Let it feel good, big breaths. And then again, just come to that sway side to side for a moment. Little infinity spirals with the arms. Inhale, one arm up, one arm down. And then we're gonna open the arms out to the side and reverse the arms, coming to double Hansasya with one hand pointed up, the other hand pointed down right at the heart for a little bit of heart activation, and then reverse that. That top arm up, inhale, open to the side, exhale, reverse the arms, and come into the heart. Now take that a little deeper, reach over to the side, top arm reaches over. Now lift and open through the heart. Other side, and anchor in the center. May everything we do in our day today be an expression of the intelligence and coherency of our heart space. Come through the center. One more time. Inhale over. Open up to the other side. Exhaling center. And last one. Open. Other side. And center. And just take a few breaths, opening the heart. Circling the wrists, however that looks for you. And now just for 1 minute, let yourself go into intuitive movement, flowing intuitive movement, whatever that looks like for you. Just listen to your body. It can be very subtle and small. It can be big. It can be aggressive. It can be gentle. It can be whatever you need. And only your body on this particular day knows what that is. So it's just a process of emptying the mind and letting our body tell us what it wants and needs to express, to release, to activate, to flow through, in order for us to be in our highest resonance, in our greatest service to our day, to those around us, to our family, to our children, whatever it is for you. And just finish your last moment of whatever this movement is. Maybe one more last little shake out. And go ahead and just step those feet together. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, prayer through the center line. And just a nice deep bow to yourself, to God, the universe, the creative life of love that we are all a part of. Namaste. Thanks so much for joining me, beautiful woman. I hope you have a fantastic day. It's been a while since I've been producing any type of new class content here on YouTube. So I'm really grateful to feel the inspiration and the spaciousness to be here with you and to begin providing more valuable content to assist you in your practice of becoming more present, more joyful, more embodied in your expression of womanhood. If you liked this video and found it valuable, please be sure to like, subscribe to my channel, all the things, maybe even leave a comment letting me know what you particularly enjoyed, what you would like to see more of. I'm going to be more active here on this channel, providing more classes, live classes, practices, snippets into conscious lifestyle and mothering, and also my dance performance art videos as well. And next up in the queue, I will be offering a brief evening practice video that I have also found to be extremely valuable. So go ahead and make sure that you subscribe so that you see that when it comes out, and I look forward to moving with you again soon.